Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 607 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1038. Wong Ze sets his sights elsewhere. Xiling, look over there, isn't that Wong Ze? He actually looks a bit more handsome now. Taller too. Way more manly than before. Class monitor Yang Fengying pointed excitedly at the figure in the distance, her heart fluttering. Wong Ze used to be known as the school heartthrob. His features were delicate, skin pale. He had that classic pretty boy vibe. But honestly, he looked a bit too soft. A little too polished. Not enough masculinity. But now, after just half a month, something had changed. His face had become sharper, more determined. He'd even grown a few centimeters taller. Overall, he looked more attractive. More confident, more like a real man. As he spotted Wei Xiling, Qian Duo, and the others, Wong Ze gave a crooked, confident smirk. With one hand behind his back, he strode toward the group from class 3-1. They say 3 days apart is enough for a whole new impression. Well, he had changed more than just a little. So what if Wei Xiling was pretty? Now, he wasn't even sure if she was his type anymore. If I'm going to chase someone, I'll go after someone even more stunning. Like Qian Duo, he thought to himself. I spent so long running after Xiling out of courtesy, afraid of looking like I was jumping ship mid-chase. But since she was so cold and heartless, perfect. Now I can switch targets and slap her in the face with it. As he confidently walked over, something unexpected happened. A group of girls suddenly surrounded him. Excuse me, are you Wong Ze? One of them asked shyly, blushing. Yes, can I help you? You're seriously so handsome. Could I maybe get your contact? I follow your posts online. You speak with such justice. I'm a huge fan. Sorry, Wong Ze replied flatly. If you like me, follow me on Douyin and Koi Video. I don't add strangers to my contacts. The girl, clearly only average in appearance, looked crushed by his cold rejection. She ran off in tears. Wow, Wong Ze, getting girls asking for your WeChat right on the street. Yang Fengying teased. Wong Ze didn't respond. He barely even glanced at Wei Xiling. His eyes were fixed squarely on Qian Duo. She was breathtaking. With no makeup on, she still looked like a goddess who had stepped out of a painting. Delicate, bright-eyed, flawless. She radiated elegance. What was I thinking before? He thought bitterly. Why did I waste time chasing Wei Xiling when I could have gone after someone like Duo? Now that he had undergone gene enhancement, he felt unstoppable. If he ran into the thugs who used to bully him, he could take on 10 of them at once. He was the main character now. Duo, haven't seen you in a while. You look even more beautiful than before, he said smoothly. Did you inject the super soldier serum? Qian Duo gave him a glance and immediately frowned. You knew about that? Wong Ze looked shocked. He hadn't told anyone yet. He was saving that detail for a dramatic reveal. Wait. Could Duo have been secretly paying attention to me this whole time? His heart raced with excitement. Tears nearly welled up in his eyes. If only he'd known she cared, he never would have wasted time on Wei Xiling. But Duo's expression turned cold. This stuff won't help you. Good luck. You'll need it. Before Wong Ze could respond, a wave of excitement rippled through the other boys in the class. Holy crap, isn't that Yoon, the goddess of South Korea? She's here. Is she a celebrity? Yang Fengying asked. Not exactly, but she's more famous than most actresses. Rumor has it the CEO of Samsung Group tried to date her and failed. To escape the attention, she transferred from Seoul University and came to Yenjing University as an international student. And how do you guys know all this? Wei Xiling asked, half skeptical. It's all over the internet. And her background is insane. Her family's worth over $1 billion. She's not just a pretty face. She's a businesswoman and a genius. Speaks 7 languages fluently. Her Chinese is flawless. And in person, even more gorgeous than in videos. Well, if she's that rich, maybe I'll stop trying and just marry rich, someone joked. At that moment, Yoon arrived. Elegant, mature, mesmerizing. She exuded power with every step. Wherever she walked, people turned to stare. Behind her were 7 or 8 bodyguards dressed in black, plus her assistant, a top international assassin known as Scorpion. Together, They entered Yinjing University like a parade of royalty. Her presence was blinding, unforgettable. Even though Xianyuan Duo was just as beautiful, maybe even more, her simple student clothes and modest demeanor didn't show off her full charm. Next to Suna's high-profile aura, it was easy to get the illusion that Suna was the true queen of the stage. She's really stunning. No wonder people call her the #1 goddess, Wei Xiling admitted in awe. Xianyuan Duo narrowed her eyes, locking onto Suna with sharp focus. A stage 3 fighter? Interesting, she murmured. Her bloodlust is strong. For someone so young to have such a heavy killing aura, she must have lived a dangerous life. If this woman dared to make trouble in China, Duo would have no problem taking her down. A flicker of killing intent crossed her eyes and vanished just as quickly. Suna suddenly tensed. Strange, why did I feel such danger just now? She didn't doubt the feeling. Something, or someone, was close by, watching her, capable of ending her life. Ever since completing her gene modification, she'd never felt fear. She trained relentlessly, fought through life-or-death missions, and became a legend in the assassin world. But now, in the middle of a university campus, she felt pressure she couldn't explain. This might be trouble. Let's go. The International Academic Conference starts in 2 hours, someone said. The auditorium only fits 10,000 people. If we go late, we won't get a seat. Yeah, we should head there early. Duo, no need to rush. My uncle works in the university's academic office. I already had him reserve 2 front-row seats. Come with me. Wong Ze offered proudly. No need, Duo said coldly. My seat's already arranged. Chapter 1039. Cringe so hard, you can't breathe. What was Wong Ze even trying to do? Was he really this obvious? He was fawning over Xianyuan Duo like a puppy, while deliberately ignoring Wei Xiling. Did he seriously think just because he couldn't win over Xiling, he could somehow chase down Duo instead? Xiling, for all her pride, was at least approachable. She usually replied if classmates messaged her. Duo? She wouldn't even acknowledge your existence. She never went to any social events, never accepted invitations. Her entire focus was on one thing, study. So when Xianyuan Duo turned him down, it was more than a little awkward. But Wong Ze wasn't discouraged. Just wait, he muttered to himself with that trademark smirk. Soon, all of you will look at me differently. The group made their way into the grand auditorium. Wei Xiling, of course, had her own connections. If Wong Ze could pull some strings to get in, then as a member of the prestigious Wei family, one of the 8 great houses of Yinjing, Xiling certainly had her own way in. Once seated, a wave of whispers erupted from behind. Hey, isn't that Wong Ze? The guy who publicly criticized General Yin online? Even Professor Niu praised him. He's bold and fearless. He dares to speak out against the powerful. I respect that. Oh my God, he's so handsome. Must be at least 6 feet 1 inch, right? Tall, smart, and attractive. He scored 705 on the college entrance exam too. That's top tier. Imagine having a baby with someone like that. Your kid would be a genius. Girl, chill. You're already thinking about having kids. Well, look at him. He's like the perfect student prince. Total heartthrob material. The girl's chatter echoed through the room. Wei Xiling frowned deeply. But Wong Ze? He was riding high. He hadn't realized he'd become this famous. By criticizing General Yin, he'd rocketed to national attention. Now, everywhere he went, people recognized him. It felt good. Really good. His ego was inflating by the second. And he wasn't done yet. He planned to keep attacking, until Chun Yuan was utterly humiliated. A business school reject like you? You really think you can get into Yinjing University through backdoor channels? What did you even score on the exam? Do you even remember? Today's event was an international academic summit. If Chun Yuan showed up, could he even understand a single word? A businessman dripping in greed, trying to contaminate the sacred halls of higher education? If Yinjing University actually accepts him, it'll be a disgrace. As time passed, the auditorium began to fill to capacity, and shockingly, a majority of the attendees were foreigners. Whoa, that's a reporter from Global Times. And there, European Union Weekly. There must be hundreds of international media outlets here. Wait, look, isn't that Dr. Rainer Weiss? The 2017 U.S. Nobel Physics Prize winner? His research on gravitational waves changed the world. Holy crap, and that's Professor Korolov, the top national-level scientist from Russia. He's considered one of the greatest minds of this century, on par with China's top academicians. This is insane. So many legends under one roof. But who is the mysterious genius mathematician? Why haven't they come out yet? Thousands of scholars waited anxiously. At last, a few staff members came on stage. They set up large whiteboards and positioned an enormous projection screen so that even those far in the back could see clearly. Every major academic seated here had been given a mic, ready to join the discussion at any time. Then, Professor Yang stepped forward with a microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's an honor to have so many esteemed scholars from around the world gathered here in Yanjing. Yanjing University has long been committed to academic excellence. And recently, one of our very own, a brilliant doctoral candidate, solved 3 of the world's top 7 unsolved math problems. Frankly, I was stunned. But above all, I was proud. Dr. Qian's depth of mathematical understanding is truly remarkable. Without further delay, please welcome Dr. Qian as he walks us through his solution to the Riemann hypothesis. As his voice fell, thunderous applause exploded across the hall. Everyone sat up straighter. The mysterious genius was about to appear. Who was he? Dr. Qian. Wei Xiling frowned. Chen Yuan's last name is also Qian. No way. That's impossible. There are so many Qians out there. Why would I even think of him? She shook her head vigorously. Why is he always on my mind lately? Ugh. Qian Yuan Duo also looked curious. She'd been in seclusion for a while, completely out of the loop about Chen Yuan's recent activities. Professor Yang stepped down from the stage. The applause faded. Then, a young man walked onto the stage. Tall, composed, handsome, in his early 20s. His pace was calm. His expression? Relaxed, even casual. It was as if he didn't care that he stood before a crowd of thousands, including Nobel laureates, global media, and the brightest minds on Earth. He was calm, almost too calm. And then, gasps, because many people recognized him. Wait, is that General Yan? What the hell is he doing here? Did he walk on the wrong stage or something? Sure, he's rich and famous, but this is a math symposium. He's way out of place. Chen Yuan ignored the stunned looks. Calmly, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a pair of gold-rimmed glasses, slipping them onto his face. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Qian, he said in Chinese, then followed with English. I'll be walking you through the proof of the Riemann hypothesis. Nice to meet you. The moment the words left his mouth, the entire hall was paralyzed. Silence. Shock. Stone-cold disbelief. People forgot how to breathe. No one had expected this. Chen Yuan, the infamous playboy billionaire, was Dr. Qian, the one who solved 3 of the world's greatest unsolved math problems. He cracked the Riemann hypothesis, the Hodge conjecture, even the Yang-Mills existence and mass gap. Everyone from Yanjing University sat frozen in their seats. Even the sharpest minds were dumbfounded. As for Wong Ze, he looked like he'd been struck by lightning. No. This can't be real. He can't be Dr. Qian. I made fun of his education, mocked him online, said he couldn't even pass calculus. If he really solved those problems, then he was done. This wasn't just embarrassing. This was total social suicide. It felt like his face had been smashed into the floor. Again, and again, and again. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.